Hello and welcome to my Pokemon Horizons episode 10 review, and to no one's surprise, this is a pretty excellent one. So of course this is like following up from last episode where Liko and Roy have gone to Artisan to go meet with Gym Leader Brassius and kind of find out what he knows about Rayquaza, because apparently he has encountered Rayquaza. And when they get there, they kind of find out that he's like not at the gym. They kind of run into Nemona, who's kind of battling people, but she's also here on business for the Pokemon League because she's a champion ranked trainer, so she's got to like check up on Brassius, see what's going on. And they find out that he's kind of like fallen into a bit of a slump, a bit of a depression. So they kind of like do what they can to try and cheer him up, which is collecting the Sunfloras, because like they're smiling and everything, try and get him to feel the same way. And Dolive, kind of like inspired by their efforts, goes to Brassius and gets him like back into action. And it's Roy's passion for Rayquaza and like being able to like see Brassius' statue that he made kind of inspires him to get back into it. But also like really like that as an artist, he decides to make a statue of a Sunflora kind of like cowering in fear of this Rayquaza. And like kind of what caused his slump is like the fact that he actually got to saw Rayquaza in person, like made him feel like the Sunflora that was like kind of like cowering in fear. It's a nice little metaphor for like encountering this like legendary Pokemon, you know? It's Roy's passion and excitement for Rayquaza that gets Brassius kind of back into action, and he decides that, well, in that case, I've got to test Roy, see if he's ready to take on Rayquaza. So we get to see a gym battle, which is kind of unexpected, but I mean, it's pretty great to see one nonetheless, because obviously we didn't get any in Pokemon Journeys or Sun and Moon, really, so yeah. It's going to be Fuecoco versus Sudowoodo, and obviously Roy's thinking like, oh, well, Brassius is a grass-type gym leader, this is a grass-type town, Fuecoco is going to be good with Ember. And of course it's not, because Sudowoodo's rock-type. And what I like here is that Brassius does not immediately terrestrialize Sudowoodo. You know, he kind of like plays to Sudowoodo's advantages, manages to like get the upper hand on Fuecoco. You know, he has a lot of tricky moves that Roy's not really used to, like Substitute, Taunt. Loads of things that will, like, throw Roy off, and obviously a super effective Rock Throw. And this kind of annoys Fuecoco, and it learns Stomping Tantrum, which, hey, it's always great to see someone learn a new move like that. So obviously that gives Fuecoco some sort of advantage against Sudowoodo. So in response, Brassius basically immediately, like, terrestrializes, and uses Trail Blaze to, like, speed past Fuecoco and take it out. Which is, oh, there's such a good moment. Terrestrialization looks fantastic. The remix of a gym leader theme was incredible. And even though it's like kind of a short sequence, because again, Sudowoodo immediately takes out Fuecoco, it's really great to see. It also does make me wonder if Roy's going to be interested in taking on any more gym leaders. And he's certainly interested in learning terrestrialization, which would be really great, please. I want to see that. But Brassius has like one more like thing up his sleeve as well. He shows him a statue he's been making, like, kind of based on Arbalever's, like, forest, where he saw Rayquaza. So he suggests he sends him up there, because there might be a connection. So yeah, I mean, this was just an all-around great episode. It introduced, like, lots of Paldea content, which is fantastic. It actually had a really nice little arc with Brassius. You know, he was, like, all depressed, like, he was in a slump. And he kind of, like, regained that vigor, like, from interacting with our protagonist. It's nice really seeing him overcome it and then like be the passionate gym leader that he is. I mean, Nemona's presence was okay as well. I don't feel like she does too much. She's just kind of there to explain some things like terrestrialization, how it can be like different types and everything. Obviously try and connect Liko and Roy to Brassius, because she needs to go to Brassius anyway. The fact that Roy got to take on a gym leader here is really interesting to me, and I really hope they end up taking on more. It doesn't necessarily have to be like rest of Paldea gym leaders, but I'd like to see how he like works towards getting stronger to be able to take on Rayquaza, because obviously like in this state he's definitely not going to be able to. Another really great thing about this episode is that it basically doesn't really feature the Rising Volt Tacklers at all. Obviously you have Roy and Liko, who I mean obviously they're our main characters, but we don't really see the others at all. It's literally just Roy and Liko start the episode in Artisan. Of course, we don't get to see the journey. You know, we don't know why Freed like flew off with Liko last episode, and he's not with him this time. But yeah, I mean, it was just an all-around fantastic episode. Really great stuff.